In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hi.
Weren't we just here?
Yes, probably 24 hours ago.
No, 21 hours ago.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the time we actually spend here. I was just thinking about the time we start here.
This old gag.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, this old gag.
On this TGIF.
Yeah.
Dan loves that one. Doesn't make sense. One of the news stations around here says this. Good morning on this TGIF. This, thank God it's Friday. Doesn't quite make sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Really trying to jump in with something there. I don't know. I got nothing.
I don't
watch those kinds of channels.
No. Well, it's the news, the local news.
I watch
you can't get away
YouTube.
from it.
I watch animals kill each other.
Oh, man. Thank you for that video today, Bill Burr. Bill Burr in for Jim Norton.
Let me tell you something, though. Yes, thank you indeed, Bill Burr.
He's turned us on to Fat Kid Moped Guy yesterday.
Fat Moped.
Fat Moped, and then today...
Fat Kid on the logs trying to cross the river.
Yeah.
Was hysterical.
Golly!
Big hit at the poker game last night. Yes, thank you, Bill Burr, for that. But everybody now has, their little thing. Hey, dude, did you see this one?
Yeah.
You're like, what? No.
Everybody wants to be the guy that
shows you.
That turned, yeah.
So Bill Burr comes in this morning and goes, hey, see the zebra and the lion?
Lioness?
Yeah, the lioness and the zebra? It's like, no.
What's
you just
that
put
about?
You want to see any animal fights, you just put in any animal and then VS, like versus, and it comes up.
Yeah.
Like, what? First of all, how did you find that out?
I don't know how. I just...
You just stumbled.
No, this is what my pattern goes. I'll look up, drum videos.
Yeah.
Watching guys play drums, and somehow it morphs into, slap fights. Then fat people falling off of things or getting hit, and then it goes into animals killing each other.
Somehow you're into animals, yeah.
We've talked about that in the past. You're looking up one lousy thing on the internet, and next thing you know, how did I get here?
You have no idea how you ended up there, and you forgot what you originally were looking for.
Right.
And it always turns
real important.
And it always turns into sex or violence. One or the other.
Always ends in sex. Always.
Sex used to be the only real reason to go on the internet. You would start off looking for something and then end up on a porn site. But increasingly, it's turned more to violence videos, which are under the guise of being funny, because, well, they're funny. Yeah. There's nothing but just put Fat Kid in, and you'll get a bevy of videos with poor fat kids just either fighting or trying to do something as their thin friends laugh at them.
Oh, and it's always funny because it's just mean.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's just, I don't know, that kid the kid pushing the other kid and he falls into the river.
Oh, yeah.
It just reminded me of my childhood. I've been that kid being picked on, and I've also been the mean kid.
Been the mean kid, yeah.
Dude, push him.
Yeah.
Push him.
And he's crying while he's getting out of the water. And you don't feel bad because you don't know these people. They're just little squares on your computer screen.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining, and it's a quick clip. You don't have to sit there too long, and then they're gone.
The funny thing is like all the dumb stuff people like right underneath it, especially like the animals fighting each other. Like they literally get in these stupid arguments, just like, what do you think, gorilla or a crocodile?
Yeah.
And then somebody like, on land or in the water? Dude, a gorilla would totally kill a crocodile. And they like argue it.
Why are you arguing?
And then somebody writes something racist, and then
it takes that turn or political.
Yeah, 9/11.
You know, the zebra really represents Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, but why don't you back the troops, ass? What?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, there they go. The zebra lioness video comments are now just turned into a political discussion.
How you used to write on your desk at school.
That's what comments, message boards, everything has become what your desk used to be. Your desk was a message board.
Yeah.
In school years ago. You'd write something like, whoever sits here in second period sucks. And then, dude, don't even let me catch who's right in this. I'll kick your ass. You couldn't kick. But it took days.
Right.
And then you'd be like,
it has to continue on the actual seat.
Yeah,
because you just ran out of desk space. There's a lot of arrows, a big arrow heading toward the seat.
Someone would wash the desks, and that's like the board just being purged. It was like your desk crashed.
Yeah.
My desk crashed. We lost all the info. Sorry, start over again.
But it's just like that, under these silly, stupid videos. It always comes down to some ridiculous argument.
Bill came up with a great one, though. It was a lioness attacking a zebra. Well, you've seen that before. The lioness has the zebra by the neck. It's in the water.
Usually it's not good for the zebra.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
But the zebra had some moves. Decided it was going to push the lioness's head into the water and drown it.
It looked like the zebra was a fan of the UFC.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he had some moves, man.
Because then the lioness had to tap out.
Yeah.
You saw those big claws just laid into the zebra's neck. And then the second the lioness's head went underwater, that grip loosened up, like, okay, hey, I'm letting go. I'm tapping out.
But the zebra knew what it was doing. He pushed the lioness's head right into the water.
Yeah, then the lioness looks all embarrassed afterwards. Like,
because the zebra just took off running, and the lioness is alone, kind of looking around, going,
I hope nobody saw that.
He's hoping no lion saw him.
Anyone looking at that? I just got my ass handed to me by a zebra.
Yeah. And then she chased the zebra, just pissed.
Yeah, but wasn't going to get anywhere, all soaking wet and embarrassed.
Right.
The zebra's already got a great head start. The lioness is blowing water out of its nose. Yeah, that was a good one.
Speaking of the animal kingdom, very exciting news. We got the latest Loch Ness Monster video.
Definitive proof now, finally.
You'll be seeing this sometime this morning or today?
Of the existence of the Loch Ness Monster. No more of these hazy videos or these fake shadowy things. This is definitive proof that the Loch Ness Monster lives in Loch Ness. And you sold me.
I know it's real. It's because John Bon Jovi is on the cover of the New York Post. And if we actually did find a brontosaurus-sized reptile, found out it was real, I'd still want to know what John Bon Jovi was doing to have fun in the Big Apple.
Don't you think if that was a Loch Ness Monster, it would be on every paper and every news agency would be talking about, oh my God, a living dinosaur. We have a living dinosaur on this planet. You know what this means? And they'd be doing studies, and it's another roll of just blurry, shaky.
They're saying it's good video.
Good video?
They're saying
it's awful.
It's some of the best video yet.
It's somebody holding their breath with, like, an umbrella handle sticking out of the water.
Yes. It might as well be. I saw of course I watch all these things.
It's getting harder to, scam people, though, because there's so many camera crews set up.
Yeah.
Now, around that lake.
Around,
in the old days, you could get your buddy after a few beers. Let's get in a float and make a video.
Yeah, I'll tow this.
Yeah, I'll tow this log. You take some shaky video from a cliff somewhere. We'll be stars, I tell you.
They showed, I watched a show on Loch Ness, and they showed what a lot of these things are, and this looked exactly like one of these things. It's a wave. There are these waves on the loch because of either a boat wake and the boat could have passed by like a half hour before, and you'll still get this rolling wave that'll look like a round body going through the water from the shoreline. Or sometimes it's just the currents make these waves, and the wave looks like something moving through the water. And that's exactly what this stupid video looked like. Where's the head? Where's the teeth? Where's the peepers? I want to see... That's what I want to see. Someone running a camera, and then 5 feet in front of the camera, the water starts shaking a little bit of bubbles, and then in a crystal clear picture, you just see...
Yeah.
And this thing just like with huge teeth...
We've been spoiled.
Menaces the lens.
We've been spoiled by great monster movies in the last decade. We want to see the real deal.
Look.
What? That's cool, right?
Stop it. It's shaking.
It has to be real. It's on CNN.com.
Oh, my God. It is nothing.
That looks like something that Roy Scheider would shoot at.
Yeah. Smile, you son of a bitch.
No, remember when he thinks it's a shark and it's just like
oh yeah, it's just bluefish.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm shooting up the beach with my poisonous bullets.
I guess Ant does have a point. I want to see the monster pop out.
Yeah, until I see the
and then maybe all of a sudden like Godzilla comes over the mountain.
Yeah, starts fighting
to take on the Loch Ness monster.
Exactly. I want to see some proof. That's not proof.
It's on CNN.com, but they're saying maybe it's just a giant eel.
Giant eel would be a monster, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's kind of like the Loch Ness monster.
That's what they've been hinting at for a long time anyway, that they're just real
Well, what is a
giant eel?
Well, but a giant eel is like, what, 23 feet long?
Yeah.
Would that make it a giant one?
I think giant is anything over 12 feet.
Well,
you're just making that up.
Why?
Because you have a microphone in front of you and you can.
Yeah. Well, that's official now, though.
Look at it. It's something just in the water.
Yeah,
there is no
the Loch Ness monster.
If a brontosaurus neck came poking up, I would say, all right, I think they're onto something.
Dude, how freaked out would you be? That would be the coolest thing.
It'd be cool. I'd book a ticket immediately.
I want something to happen within our lifetime. I want us to catch an alien. I want us to catch Bigfoot. I want the Loch Ness monster. I want something. A Yeti.
We ain't seeing crap. A Yeti. You'd settle for a Yeti?
One of those.
I would see a Yeti picture and go, who cares? It's a Yeti.
One of those Tasmanian devil creatures down in the swamps.
Those?
You got them in Australia.
Well,
but they're stupid. They don't look like the cartoon one we grew up with.
I want the Batman boy thing.
Yeah. Bat boy?
Anything. I want us to freaking capture one of these things in our lifetime.
Definitive proof. Do you think if there was a Bigfoot roaming the Pacific Northwest that we wouldn't have found it somehow by now?
Maybe he's smarter than us and knows how to hide.
He's a stupid, hairy, big-footed animal, and he's bamboozled us for years.
Yeah, because the Pacific Northwest, Anthony, there's a lot of area that we still haven't explored.
Yeah, it's called trees, stupid.
Trees. We're hacking them down left and right.
We haven't explored all the trees.
Don't you think every single animal, the second we start cutting their habitat down, winds up in someone's backyard pool or rummaging through their garbage pail?
Yeah.
Where's Bigfoot going through the dump?
Deep in the forest, man.
Why hasn't he come out since we're infringing on his territory and eaten out of the garbage?
He's underground, and he runs along that stone path with the round circle that moves and freaks out Lee Majors.
Wow. Probably the worst $6 million man ever. $6 million man versus Bigfoot.
Oh, you kidding me? I love that.
Is it on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
Does he get away?
Yeah. Dude, Lee Majors would totally kill Andre the Giant in real life.
Dude, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, any could kick Lee Majors' ass. Oh, why does it have to get to race?
All right, listen, we got the Loch Ness footage story here. It's great.
Loch Ness monster is back, and a British man says he has proof on tape. He has captured what Nessie watchers say is the finest video ever taken of the...
Know what I need to find out?
Finest ever?
Now, see, they're talking about how this might be real. I want to know what the next story was.
Ah, right.
I want to see how serious the news took this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got that, hopefully? All right, good.
Like when they were talking about finding Jesus Christ's tomb.
Yeah, what happened with that?
That should have been the most important story in the history of Earth.
We should still be talking about that. But,
Right.
We barely remember that they announced that they found his coffin, right?
Jesus' coffin. Now it's the Loch Ness Monster, and then
They found his wife beater.
They probably follow it up with the fact that Starbucks isn't using whole milk anymore.
No!
They did a 5-minute story on that locally here in New York today. Who gives a rat's ass?
What Nessie watchers say is the finest video ever taken of the fabled creature in Scotland's mysterious lake. Can't you see it? Gordon Holmes says he couldn't...
When you have to say, can't you see it?
Can't you see it? Hooper! Ain't you watching it, Hooper?
Can't you see it?
Can't you see it?
I think. Usually you say, can't you see it, when you really can't see it.
That is something on the surface of the water, whether it's a wave, a log, an eel, a fish, a boat. There's no definitive proof it's anything. It's just something. Wow, and it's on Loch Ness. Whoa.
The fabled creature in Scotland's mysterious lake. Can't you see it? Gordon Holmes says he couldn't believe his eyes last weekend when he spotted a jet black thing about 45 feet long.
Damn your eyes, man!
Barely fast in the water. Nessie sightings have been drawing tourists for decades, and local business leaders want to keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Without doubt, Loch Ness is known all over the world. It's almost an iconic tourism destination.
Aye.
No, it isn't.
But there's no question that it needs to be protected, it needs to be developed, it needs to be taken forward.
Oh, great.
Taken forward, developed. What does he want?
They got a whole economy that revolves around this Loch Ness Monster.
That place is huge. Anytime you got a girlfriend, she wants to go to Europe. What's the first place she wants to go to?
Loch Ness.
Absolutely. Paris.
That's
Please.
great. You ever see...
I want to go somewhere where it's cold and rainy all the
just
time.
miserable. The water is freezing cold. It's just always foggy and raining, and it's a rocky coast.
On the
Who would go there?
No one.
No one.
Geeks who want to see it.
Anybody from Europe is coming over here to go to Lake Winnipesaukee?
No. We got to go there. It's our first destination once we hit the U.S.
New Hampshire, baby.
It's the Loch Ness. We've got to develop it, do you?
We need to protect it.
It's got to be protected. It's protected. No one wants to do anything with it. They sent a bunch of submarines down there.
Boy.
They've done sonar searches with everything. What, Nessie's smart too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hiding every time?
Yeah, the reason we haven't discovered some of these animals and creatures because they're smarter than us.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, newscasters speculate as to what it could be, and then the weatherman tries a nice segue.
Oh, good.
These are always fun.
It's always good when a weatherman tries to seg his
Nessie
weather.
watchers say the video is impressive because Holmes panned back to get the background shore into the shot, meaning it is less likely to be a fake.
That's kind of freaky.
It looks like a whole bunch of seaweed to me.
Well, what else could it be? Could it be a downburst of wind?
It could be the shadow of a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
It could be seaweed.
Wait, but what, they're being serious?
But you said it was Nessie.
Huh?
But she was just saying it was the Loch Ness Monster.
First of all, you dummy newsreader, seaweed doesn't swim by itself. This thing is moving, so it's something.
It could be seaweed.
How could it be seaweed?
It could be the QE2.
Dummy? Just read the news and move on. Leave the commentary for people that do that for a living. Seaweed?
I think.
Will you admit that it's something that's moving?
I say it's swamp gas. I'm pulling the old swamp gas.
Mm-hmm. It could be seaweed.
Maybe a shadow of a cloud because it's got a wake. It could be, and it can't be a downburst of wind because none of the other waves are cooperating that way. It could be a little like a mini rogue wave or something like that. It could be something that really isn't there. It's just movement through the water.
Or it could be those whales in Northern California.
Right, that have found their way over there.
Love the antibiotics. Now we're going to Scotland.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, that's a deep body of water, so who knows what it could be.
A lot of people getting rich behind it, too, apparently.
And that's what counts.
That's the bottom line, isn't it?
Hey, good morning, Maurice. Good morning, Kate. And good morning to you. And hopefully no monsters out there for you. Just, boy, feeling oppressive as far as the heat and humidity.
Oh, my God. Worst segue ever. How in the hell do you do... Hopefully there's no monsters out there for you. Well,
they play like improv games when you go to meteorology school. Like, we're just going to throw out scenarios and want you somehow to connect it into weather.
Yeah. And go.
All right. Fat woman falls into manhole.
Boy, you know, she was pretty big, and some big storms moving into our area.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. I tried. I got through that one. Oh, that was just...
Hopefully there's no monsters.
I made an ass of myself.
Yes, you did. No monsters.
Did you see that jerk?
That's right, Homer.
Right on, Homer. All right, well, we're just getting started. Good morning to everybody.
Morning.
Our phone number is 877-212-5766.